Hello world and welcome back to another video. And this video is going to be a little sad video. We don't do a whole lot of these on superhero review, but we're going to go ahead and do one today. This is the memorial video for the Deathstroke Lobo team. After the nerf that just happened, I wanted to put together, I've actually been working on this for a while and was going to present it, but now it's more of a in remembrance of the greatness of Deathstroke and Lobo, L-O-W-Bo. What I'm going to do is do some audio commentary here over the video. I'm going to go ahead and let it start to play here. And what you're going to notice is these are all 80 teams. You can see level 80 teams with all gear 11. So all of the characters are 80, level 80, all gear 11. Cyborg Superman there as well, level 80, gear 11. And so what you're going to see is my Deathstroke and Lobo team going up against these level 80 teams with all of the characters level 80 with gear level 11. And so can he beat them? Yeah, you know he's going to. But the fact is, I wanted to go ahead and put these videos together because this is probably the last chance that we're all going to get to see Lobo doing this. And I hear a lot of y'all out there celebrating and very happy at the fact that these kind of matches won't happen in the future. So for some of you, this is going to be a very happy video to see that these things won't happen anymore. For some of the other out there, just like myself, we're going to have to figure out a brand new way to stay in touch with everybody else in the game, which is not always easy, and sometimes it requires the use of quite a bit of funds that not always everybody is blessed with. But with all that said, let's enjoy the last moments that we have to watch the Deathstroke Lobo team against 80 overall teams made up of 80 overall characters with all gear 11. So I'll do some audio commentary here. As you can see, no surprise, Lobo is going to start his taunts, and then their Lobo is doing his as well. But one of the things that I loved about their Lobo is that, of course, his speed up takes him in front of our Lobo and makes it a lot easier. And as you'll see, that took our Lobo out. And so I guess one of the things I am still happy about is that Lobo will still be able to revive 3 times per game or per match. And so that means that there's going to still be an opportunity for him to be viable. But I don't know if I were to watch all of these videos again to see if Deathstroke was still using 2 of his taunts during that time, because as it said, those taunts are only going to last 2 turns for him. Or not the taunts. His awareness are only going to last 2 turns now. So fortunately, as you can see, I'm not even having to worry about his awareness anymore because we put the legendary into that first, which, as you can see, we 1-starred it. Didn't matter because we only were looking for a win of on a level 80 team made up of all level 80 characters with level 11 on their gears. So that's the first one of the videos. We got another one here. Once again, made up of all 80s. And so here we go. This one's going to be a Superman team. Once again, level 80 characters with all gear level 11. Again, level 80, all gear level 11. No surprise there. And so I figured I'd put this video together so that a lot of y'all can laugh and say, well, won't be able to do any of that anymore, which is true. Just going to require a brand new strategy, a brand new way of doing things. And so I guess I've always been one to take advantage when the opportunity presents itself. And hey, with Deathstroke and Lobo, the opportunity was there. Utilized it as long as I could, and now the game is taking it away. And so we'll find something new. We'll bring you something else. I still think that Deathstroke can still be a viable leader because if you're like me, you've already put a lot of time, money, and resources into gearing him up and getting him high. I think my Deathstroke is a level 75 with gear level 11. So he's obviously the highest leveled character that I have. And so I've been able to update my Wonder Woman just recently. As you can see in this one, she only has 3 power bars. So at this time, she was not ranked high at all. But since the recording of this original video, I was able to actually upgrade her. So one of the things that I got very fortunate with was that we were able to take out Supergirl, or excuse me, Power Girl, on the far right hand side, right over here. We were able to take her out pretty quick. You can see that fortunately she's not adding up a whole lot of strength ups, and so very uncharacteristic of what you normally see from Power Girl. So that was actually the key to victory in this one, I think. So all of those awareness ups on Deathstroke up there is not going to be something that we will see in the future any longer. So we tried to take out Power Girl, and I think this is where we were able to take her out of the match. There it was. We even stunned Cyborg Superman in the process. But as you know, if you're going to beat an 80 overall team with all 80 characters, all Gear 11, it's going to require a whole lot of reviving from Lobo. And I'll tell you what, how about in the very next video that we observe, let's count how many times Lobo revives and see if it's still a viable strategy. Again, another reason why upgrading the basic or the first ability on Deathstroke is so important. Other than obviously his leader and his passive, the very next one, in my opinion, has to be his first ability, because as long as he's still at full health, which happens quite a bit, especially with the mins that he can put on himself, as well as the awareness that he has, he can shut down another character just by using his basic. And there we go. We took away his death immunity, took him out of the game. And now at this point, it is just the basic. I don't use anything else the rest of the time. And that's why taking his first ability is so important. You'll see that's the only thing I'm going to use is his basic. And there we go. We've already lost all the awareness, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to keep tapping that very first icon until we dwindle him down to nothing. And as Maddie would say, he is gonzo, and that is another victory for the soon-to-be no more Deathstroke Lobo team, taking out an 80 overall, all 80 characters, and all Gear 11. All right, so here we go on to the next video. Shouldn't be any surprise of what you're about to see, but it's going to show you a bunch of different character makeups that we have on here. All right, this one has Enchantress as the lead. Again, with 5 stars, 80 overall, 11 on the gears. Again, all of these characters are all 5-star characters. And so, yeah, a lot of money, a lot of effort, a lot of time went into the creation of that team. All level 5, all level 80, all Gear 11. So a very strong, very expensive team that is going to go down to the Deathstroke Lobo team. And so I can hear a lot of you out there saying, well, see, that's the problem right there. I should be able to pay to get these guys higher. Yeah, and you make a good point. You make a valid point. I just personally love to take advantage where I can. And this will be something that, like I said, it wasn't intended to be a celebration video from me. It's more of a memorial video for me, looking back on the good old days that will soon be just the old days. So we attack Cheetah, trying to get Cheetah out of here quickly. I'll be honest with you, I was not counting. I don't know if I don't know if Lobo has been taken out of the match yet. I'm over here ranting and not paying attention. I don't think he has. No, he hasn't because Deathstroke hasn't had any buffs added to him yet. So there's the first one to go down. Harley, no surprise there. All right, and that is the first time that Lobo revived. So we have one. We will keep our count here. Going after live wire. That is two. Oh, he didn't revive. One revive is all we got out of Lobo there. So here we go now and taking a look. I think I just started adding in some extra buffs as we went through. You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if, this might not be quite the memorial video I thought it was. We'll find out. I do believe that the 2 turns is something that's going to be difficult to maintain his ability throughout. But, like I mentioned before, if you have his first ability powered up, all I do once I get to the point where it's one person left is I just tap the basic, because usually he has enough speed ups on him to be faster than the other character, and you're able to wipe them out by taking out their turn meter. So once again, another victory for the Lobo team, for the Lobo Deathstroke team. And if I remember correctly, I've got one more video for you, and that'll be the end for the night. Catwoman, Cheetah, Power Girl, and Aquaman. All right, with an Aquaman lead on there. So, no criticals. Won't be hitting any crits on this team. The Catwoman character is, the new upgraded Catwoman character is one of my new favorites. I love having her. It's going to take me a little while before I can get enough coin and gears to get her up to level 70, but eventually I will. And so I think if I had to prioritize my next 2 to take to 70, it'll probably be Power Girl first, and then followed by Catwoman, because those 2 are just a killer duo right now. But hey, we'll take a look at Jessica Cruz, see what happens with her with the rework that's going to happen in the month of March. We'll also take a look at Swamp Thing and see what happens to him. Both those characters are not extremely fast characters. That doesn't mean that they can't be good. And so we will see what kind of new kits they get with their rework. All right, so there is Lobo going down for the first time, but he revives, of course. And look at all of that overheal on Power Girl. I think I pretty much, changed up the pace here and started going after somebody else, even though I think I do take out all of the power-ups there. There we go. And yeah, I thought so. I thought I remember going after Aquaman pretty quickly after that. Got to get him out of the game. Don't let him do his leader ability. And if I remember correctly, I tried to go after Catwoman next because she can just flat out shut down the Deathstroke character with her basic, which is very impressive. And hey, I love it too. I think that she's a great upgrade. I really like the way that they're using Catwoman. Put those bleeds on her. Can't touch her now. She went invisible on me. And so I think I just started going basic at this point. Yep. And man, I'll tell you, Power Girl is a killer right there. Doesn't seem like I should be able to win this one, but he comes back again. I know a lot of y'all out there are upset by seeing that. All right. Whole lot of extra power here. Yeah, she's going to knock him out to next week with a 57,000 point hit, but it doesn't matter because I'm using my basic, taking down the turn meter, and she is gonzo, just like all the rest. All right, guys, well, that's probably going to do it for tonight's video. I don't think I have another one after this. Let's take a quick look. Not looking like it. All right, guys. Oh, I do have one more. Oh, aren't you the lucky guys? All right, so we have one more to go on here. 5-star Katana, 5-star Power Girl, 5-star Poison Ivy, and 5-star Cheetah, all of which are level 80 and all of which are gear 11. Can Deathstroke and Lobo beat this team? Yeah, you can. Yeah, he will. So we will see here very quick. No surprise, I go back to the same team as usual. It's the team that has won me all of them so far. And until I see otherwise, this will probably be the team that I continue to roll with even after the update. Because even with just 3 revives, that may be more than enough to be able to keep the Lobo Deathstroke team alive. We'll see though. I'll go ahead and go back to counting this one as well, and we'll see how many actually make it through here. Yeah, this is the last battle. So we'll go ahead and watch through this one and see what happens. Going after Power Girl early this time. And man, whew, she having Wonder Woman in there really helps against Power Girl before she can get herself started. But man, I knew that I had Katana at their leader, and it was going to be hard to keep her down because all it was going to take was her basic hit, and she was going to take everything I had and not just take it away. She was going to steal it for herself. And so, got very fortunate on a couple of these moves. I remember this match. Got very fortunate. So there is the first time that Lobo goes down. He revives once. And we were able to stun Katana on this other one. And I just tried to go after her with my entire team at that point. I didn't want her to have to take away everything. That is revive number 2 for Lobo, if you're keeping count. And he comes back with his taunt. Got to go after Power Girl, and we took her out of the game. That was the key to victory right there. And she can sit there and buff up all she wants. It's just a matter of time. Because this one actually worked out even better than the normal 1-star victory that we had. Although if you ever run a Lobo team, you notice that even though you may win with 4 characters still on the board, if he's died and even revived just once, you will not get the 3rd star on there after the victory. As you were about to see right now, we get a 2-star victory because Lobo did die and come back, but all the rest of the characters are still there against an 80 overall. All the characters are 5-star and all the characters are gear 11. But that is the end of tonight's video. And so guys, we appreciate you watching. If you like what you see on the video, we'd like for you to do 3 things. We'd like for you to subscribe to the channel. We'd like for you to drop a like. And we'd like for you to leave us a comment to let us know, did you like seeing this kind of stuff? Did you like seeing the memorial? Maybe. 2, Deathstroke and Lobo, or, we're going to see here pretty quick what this is going to do with the March update and the March nerf that's coming in. We'll see what happens. We might be able to still run with him. I know I plan to utilize him for a little bit longer because of all the time, the money, and the resources that I put into him. So we will see very soon if this is still a viable team in the future. And if not, we'll find another way, and we will be right here to show you what the brand new team will look like. All right, guys, there's a whole lot going on in the month of March. Go back and take a look. You'll see our video up there that talks about all the things coming out in the month of March and the brand new cool things that you will see in DC Legends coming up very soon. All right, so we will see you next time. Take care, and God bless.